day we wake to arise to new heights. Every morning we crawl out of bed, we look out the window, we start thinking about what we have in store for the coming day. Every day we continue this journey in our life, searching for answers. And as a human species, faced with potential death, faced with potential sickness, faced with separation from our loved ones and lack of social interaction, and calls for the exact opposite, social distancing, every day we are dealing with the repercussions of these situations, the realities of these situations. And for many of us, it's leading to depression. It's leading to sadness. It's leading to sickness. It's actually potentially making us more susceptible to illnesses like COVID-19. And as we grapple with this reality, as we all continue to search for answers, I recognize that many of us are searching, we're searching for the answers of what is this virus? What is this pandemic? What is this whole thing really about? Can we get to the bottom of it? Can we find truth? And so many of us are trying to just understand what's happening, to understand what's going on in the world. We are all searching one way or the other, whether that means you're searching spiritually, and many of you are turning to Christ, you're turning to Buddha, you're turning to Muhammad for your answers. Some of you are turning to YouTube for your answers. You're looking for your friends and family and something to make sense of what you're experiencing in that realm via content creators. Some of you are searching for as I said, the truth to this, the cure to this. How do we stop this virus? Whether you're talking about the virus of the mind, which is fear, or you're talking about the virus itself, the COVID-19. One way or the other, we are all searching, we're all looking for answers. We're trying to, again, understand what the heck is going on. Can we come to some sort of conclusion, some sort of understanding about what is taking place, where we're headed? And I guess in this journey, I'm recognizing that so many of us we're going through a traumatic experience. It's kind of like the stages of grieving that I've talked about and written about before. Some of us are angry, we're in denial. This can't be happening. They can't be shutting down my city or my state or my country. Oh, this virus, it can't be happening. Or the powers that be can't be taking these powers. There's no way that they're going to, try to force a vaccination on me or start surveying my actions more and more. There's no way these things can happen because we're in America, or we're in the United Kingdom, or we're in Australia, or wherever you're listening from. The point is, some of us are in denial right now, or have been in denial. Maybe you've now passed your period of denial and you're ready to come into the reality, the often difficult and dark and disturbing reality that we are currently dealing with. Others are rightfully angry and understandably angry. And there's nothing wrong with being angry. The only problem comes about is if you can't get past that angry phase and start to focus on moving to the next phase of healing. Again, we're talking about these stages of grieving. And I think much like many of us go through those stages of grieving when we quote unquote wake up to the world around us, we wake up to the darkness, we wake up to the lies, we wake up to the corruption, we wake up to the lies of our history, of science, of nature, of what it means to be a human being in general, what it means to be a man, a woman, etc. When we start to wake up to those ideas, that is a grieving process all of its own. And again, people go through stages of denial, of anger, of just so many different ways that this can happen. And it's something that I've seen some folks get stuck in. I tend to call it the Alex Jones phase, the angry phase, and just rage. Again, that's valid. It's a valid feeling. You shouldn't ignore that. But if we don't get past that, if we get stuck in that phase, well, then it can be problematic. And so here we are again, faced with another life-shifting event in the form of the COVID-19 pandemic and the lies told about this pandemic, the many different tales and areas of our life that we could go into that people are trying to understand and trying to figure out, right? My point here is that so many of us are searching. Again, some of the spiritual crowd is searching in the way of how do we turn this seemingly dark, negative experience into a positive? And so for some people, that means, well, let's just ignore the reality. This isn't happening. There's no reason to be stressed. Don't be afraid. Don't pay attention to anybody who says anything bad's happening. There's that side of things. And then there's those who are searching. And as I mentioned earlier, they're searching for help. They're really afraid of what's going on. They see the things coming. They might even think this is, kind of prophecy that is coming true right in front of our eyes, religious prophecy of various kinds unfolding in front of our eyes. And so in response, they're pulling closer and kind of coming closer to their God, to their Savior, whatever that may be, whether that's money, whether that's Christ, whether that's QAnon, whether that's whatever it may be. The point is that people are going towards what feels familiar and what feels comfortable. For some people, that's denying the reality. That means, oh, no, we can just manifest the positive. There's good things happening. Don't let people feed into fear. Don't talk about it. It's going to, make you sick. And those things are true in one level and one existence. But ignoring the reality doesn't help. So some people are in that realm where they're searching for answers. They're trying to comfort themselves. They're trying to make themselves feel like things aren't getting worse, like this is being blown out of proportion. Whatever we need to do to make ourselves feel comfortable. This is what the human being does. This is how we go about our life to try to make things seem balanced and stable. So as we're in this searching feeling, whether you're searching in the spiritual realm or you're searching down here to the most basic physical realm, which is you're searching for answers, you're searching for research, you're wanting to know how this could be, or is it this virus, or are viruses even real, or is it 5G? Is it, there's so many threads out there, and I've tried to cover them in my research. But the focus of today, as we wake to rise to new heights, it's about to be noon on the East Coast. People on the West Coast are still waking up. People on the other side of the world have, been awake already. We're in different parts of this big, beautiful world, but we're all still in the midst of this search together. And so as we're searching, whether you're searching spiritually, you're searching for information in the physical realm, you're searching internally, which I think is the most important thing for us to do right now. Search internally, look inside your own heart, look inside your own mind. Ask yourself if the life you've been living prior to this situation is the life you've wanted, or if it's less than that. And if it is less than that, well, then take a moment to think about that. I mean, it's not for me to judge or for anybody else to say how you should be leading your life. The point is, you have an opportunity. We are all searching. We are in the midst of a search. We are trying to understand the future of humanity. We are trying to understand where we go from here. And damn it, it is a confusing experience. So many of us have no idea where we go from here. So many of us are thinking of our children and our families and the loved ones that we have, and we want to know what this means for our life and what this means for our children's future and what this means for the people coming after us. And it's difficult to understand, my friends. But as I've been doing so much research for the last couple months now, specifically on COVID-19, on trying to understand this situation from a spiritual perspective, from the physical perspective, from the scientific perspective, from the journalistic perspective, and also from just my own sanity. I mean, trying to make sure that I can stay alive and take care of the people that I care and love. And as I'm going through all this, and at the same time, fielding hundreds of emails from so many of you that I'm very thankful for, who are equally scared, who are equally in the midst of a search, and who are looking for answers from your gods or from your saviors or from the government or from your communities or from your own mind. There's so many people there. And there's also folks who are depressed. There are plenty of people who are depressed. And as somebody who has gone through depression, several suicide attempts, drug abuse, all of these things, I am there with you, brothers and sisters. This is a dark time. It's difficult to see how we come through this and we make it out, on the other side without an immense, amount of trauma. And I can't claim to have all those answers or to know what that looks like, to know what the future looks like. But I know I don't accept the new normal. I know that I'm not willing to give up my liberties and my freedoms and the liberties and the freedoms of the ones that I love and care about in order to just comply, to go along, to get along. And my friends, as we are searching, we need to really think about this. We need to really seriously consider which direction we are headed and the steps we're going to take in our life to to take care of our future. I mean, I'm trying to get this idea out here, if it makes sense. The title of this stream of consciousness rant, which, by the way, are going to start being daily, every day now for you guys, for us to connect on this level, is we are all searching. And this is coming from a thought that I've been having lately. As I've talked to my spiritual community, I talk to my anarchist friends, my activist friends, my crypto friends, my normie friends, my regular family, and I talk to all of them and try to understand where everybody's at. And I can see it and I can feel it, that so many of us are searching. So many of us are simply just looking for answers and looking for understanding in this situation we're facing. And we need each other more than ever. We need each other more than ever. And I understand that some will call me or us crazy who are trying to understand what's going on. And I understand some of you will say, look, Derrick, the simple thing is all you have to do is come to Jesus or come to Muhammad or come to Buddha or come to QAnon or come to Trump or come to Bernie, etc. These are your saviors, and that's fine. You worship who you want. You believe in who you want. I'm not here to attack or to demonize anybody for those beliefs. In fact, continue to believe as you do. However, I do not believe any of our apparent saviors or the leaders of in our lives want us to simply sit around and do nothing and to sit back and be idle, just assuming they're going to save the day. The mission, I believe, as it were, that humanity has is for us to build a better world. We are put here on this wonderful, wonderful planet with so many resources and so much abundance and so much beauty and so many great people and a lot of crazy ones to build, not to be afraid, not to hide, not to cower, not to live in fear, but to step up to the plate and to be the warriors we are meant to be. And if you've heard me speak before, you know that a warrior is not one who only knows when it's time to fight. A warrior knows when it's time to build. A warrior knows when it's time to rest. A warrior knows when it's time to listen. A warrior knows when it's time to hold somebody. And a warrior knows when it's time to sit back, to contemplate, to reflect, to meditate, to manifest. This is what a warrior is. We've been lied to about what it means to be a warrior. And the truth is that each of us are warriors in our own hearts and in our own minds. It's just about waking up to step up and to claim that role and that title if you choose so. So we're searching. We're searching right now. Everybody's searching, right? And even those who think that they're confident in their religion and their beliefs, you're still searching. You might wear the Christianity security blanket or the Islam security blanket or the Judaism security blanket or the Donald Trump security blanket, but many of us are still holding on to security blankets in one form or another. My friends, we must let go. Let go of everything. Realize that we have nothing to hold on to. This world will not let us take anything with it. So if we end our lives at the hands of some people trying to force vaccinate us and we have to stand up and assert ourselves, then so be it. If our lives end as old men and women who have built a generation of minds who are thinking about permaculture and unplugging from the systems and building a better world, and we succeed at building the better world, then when we die, then at least we will have those memories with us. But that's all we can take. My point is, what we do here on this planet, it does matter. But ultimately, we don't need those security blankets because that is just something to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel like you've got some semblance of order in your life. Human beings, we want to understand the world. We want to feel generally like things are under control and we've actually got something going on, that the world makes sense. So I'm going to hold on to this security blanket because it helps me feel safe that when I die, everything's taken care of. And even if the world is evil and sick and twisted, at least when I die, it'll be better. My friends, this world matters. We are living in a time of spiritual warfare. If you haven't quite got that yet, please go back and read my book, The Conscious Resistance. Go back and read our work. We are in the midst of spiritual warfare. We are looking to the future and we are seeing darkness on the horizon. We look behind us and we see some darkness. We also see some references to maybe what life could be like in the past and what it could be like again. But at the end of the day, my friends, the future doesn't matter. The past doesn't matter. We need to live right now in this moment. And in this moment, we are the creators. We are deciding which direction the world goes in. As I sit here speaking into my microphone, sending this signal out through the interwebs, through the radio frequency radiation to all the various people who are hearing this live and to the people who will hear it afterwards. We are the creators, my friends. These people want us to be disconnected from the earth. These people want us to be disconnected from each other. These people want us to be disconnected from our hearts, from our minds. And it's time to break those chains. We have been searching. You might still be searching. Even as I'm talking, many of us are looking for answers. And we don't need gurus. We don't need, and this might not sit well with some of you, we don't need saviors. We don't need churches. We don't need Bibles. We don't need the things that they have tried to use to manipulate and influence and control our minds from past generation. What we need to do is build. So continue searching if you find it necessary and if you find it valuable. But at the end of the day, we are in the building stage. I know that I'm not alone in this, my friends. I know there are many of you out here who can hear my voice. And to some of you, this doesn't make sense, and that's fine. Allow it to pass. Click the X in the top right corner and go about your day. There's nothing here for you if you don't hear it, if you don't see it. But for those of you who can hear my voice and are resonating with what I'm saying, understand that this is our time. We have been searching and we found each other. We have found each other and now we are organizing. We are organizing at a pace that has never been seen before. We are building backyard gardens. We are building front yard gardens. We are building community gardens. We're building urban farms. We're learning about seeds. We're learning how to take care of ourselves. We're getting healthier mentally, physically, spiritually. We're learning how to run and jog and live and be free and be a human being and be the best that we can be, because that's what it's going to take to go forward. So shake off the shackles, shake off the gurus, shake off the saviors, shake off everything that you feel you thought you knew about what's going on, and recognize that the answer is in your heart. The answer is in your mind. And it takes all of us to see our own power, to come together, to take things into your own hands, and to start organizing in your communities, to start organizing in your states, in your countries, and around the world. This is the network that we're building. For those of you who are familiar with the Buddhist story of the god Indra, there's a story about the jeweled net of Indra. And Indra, the god, had this blanket, this net, that was made up of individual diamonds that were perfect all on their own. And they were shining and they were brilliant and they were unique and they were totally sufficient all on their own, you could say. However, each of these beautiful, shining, powerful diamonds was also interconnected, interwoven to another equally beautiful, equally powerful diamond. And so you imagine this blanket, this net of diamonds that are all powerful and unique and just individual, all on their own, yet together they form this blanket, this beautiful jeweled net of Indra, as it is known. That is what the Freedom Cell Network is. Each of you are beautiful, powerful, and unique all on your own. Without me, without each other, we are powerful, we are unique on our own. And at the same time, when we come together and when we organize, we are even more powerful. And when we recognize that there is a spiritual war being waged against us, and we recognize that our existence does go beyond this world. We have this world here to try to empower, to try to improve, to try to make better, but we are also eternal and we're also bigger than this place itself. My point here is that each of us, each of you, just like this is a fractal. Think about this. You have the cells in your body. Each of those cells is powerful and is unique and is performing a task all on its own. And at the same time, each of those cells is a part of a larger system, a part of a larger group, which makes up your entire body, your entire biology, your entire existence. So individually, powerful, unique, awesome, but then collectively a part of something much bigger. That is going on inside your body right now. You have a network of freedom cells working right now within your body. And then when we go up a little higher to the human being level, each of you are powerful and unique on your own, but together we are stronger. And in the same way, when we start to come together and form freedom cells, each of our freedom cells are powerful and unique and capable all on their own. But when we come together, we come together, we are even more powerful, even more unique. So my point is, from our cell level up to the human being individual level, up to the freedom cell level, and on and on and up. This is just a fractal, and we are a part of the fractal. We have the potential to make this place so much better if we choose. It's up to us. Everything is up to us. And so, my friends, as I wrap this up, we continue to search. Some of us feel like we've already got the answers. Some of us will never find the answers. But I really hope that you, my friends, choose to go within your own heart and mind. And whether the creator and what you find in your own heart and mind is Christ, or is Muhammad, or is the Buddha, or is Confucius, or is Taoism, or is nothing, or is simply just the awareness that we are the cosmos and that human beings are experiencing something much bigger than just the five sense reality, that there's a bigger world going on in our existence. Whatever it is that you choose to focus on, and wherever you choose to look, I hope that you will find time to sit quietly within your own mind, within your own heart, and think about the future, guys. We have some very important decisions to be making. I'll be sharing more about my own decisions in separate videos, but I just wanted to come to you this morning and offer this thought process that I'm having, and this realizing that so many people are searching. Whether you're searching for the information because you're confused or you're overwhelmed, or you're searching on a spiritual level because you're rethinking your life and you're trying to think about the future, I understand that we're searching. And even if you don't think you're searching, it's okay. You can be the one that's got it all figured out. Maybe we're all ignorant. But for the rest of my brothers and sisters who are still searching in this beautiful journey, this is just a message from me to you. I hope that it's found you well this morning. I hope that you can take this message with you, share it with friends and family, and incorporate it into the rest of your day. Remember, every day, wake to rise to new heights. Wake to rise to new heights. Every day, I wake to rise to new heights, to do better than I did the day before. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.